She smiled as I went over the edge. Not a grin, not glee, just a soft, delicate curve of her lips. Peaceful, almost serene, like she just watched someone toss a bag of trash into the sea. The wind roared around me, hot and violent as jet fuel, but her sister's words cut deeper than any rotor blade. You've always been in the way. And my wife, my beautiful, cunning Carrera, she didn't scream, didn't flinch. She stood there, calm, composed, watching me plummet, because they had planned every second of it. The company. The $9 million life insurance policy. My death. They thought the fall would kill me. They were wrong. For 10 years, Carrera had been the gravity that kept my world spinning. I loved her with the kind of devotion that rewrites the rules of a man's heart. And her sister, Leela? She was a storm that never strayed too far from our calm. Bitter, sharp-tongued, spoiled in every glance. But I tolerated her. I swallowed her venomous remarks and brushed off her entitled sneers, all because Carrera swore she loved her, and I believed that love was reason enough. Carrera and I had clawed our way to success. We built the company from dust and desperation, late nights, empty plates, blood-signed contracts across tables smeared with exhaustion. Every victory was earned, every inch a fight, and when the money came, I believed it was ours, shared, sacred. I was a fool. The fracture started as whispers, quiet dissonance tucked behind locked doors and missing hours. Trips Carrera claimed she took alone, yet Leela's matching luggage tags told a different story. Unscheduled meetings at the office, never penciled into my calendar. Glances passed between them like secrets stitched into silence. I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't guessing. I knew, but knowing doesn't hold power until it becomes proof. I wanted them caught in their own web. I wanted them to hang by their own hands. So I moved slowly, methodically. I accessed boardroom footage, filtered financial ledgers, tracked every dollar that didn't belong. Off-the-books payments, ghost accounts, wire transfers signed not by error, but by Carrera's deliberate hand. It wasn't just Leela siphoning money. Carrera had helped her dig the hole. Then came the insurance policy. $9 million. Quietly filed just 2 weeks before our anniversary getaway. Signed by my loving wife. Beneficiaries, Carrera and Leela. Not a single mention of charity, of children, of anything else. My heart didn't shatter. It froze. And from that frozen ruin, I forged my knives. They pitched the helicopter ride like a gift. A private farewell over the cliffs at sunset. Romantic. Symbolic. I accepted, smiling with a kind of calm they mistook for ignorance. I kissed Carrera's forehead, shook Leela's hand, told her it was time we made peace. I boarded that helicopter knowing I wouldn't be landing. When Leela shoved me, I didn't resist. I didn't scream. I let go, dead weight, no struggle, just a man surrendering to gravity and strategy. What they didn't know, I'd modified my harness. Hidden beneath my jacket was a parachute, custom folded to stay invisible under a tailor blazer. Inside my wedding band, a tracking chip activated the moment I hit water. I didn't fall. I vanished, swallowed by sea spray and silence, and then swam toward vengeance. I stayed dead for 7 days, long enough for them to hold the funeral. Carrera stood in front of mourners in sleek black, her voice honeyed with grief. Leela wore her usual cold detachment, unmoved by the spectacle. The company we built lowered its flags, and the insurance processed swiftly. $9 million, wired into a traceable account they believed only they controlled. I returned to that funeral with wet footprints and no warning. No grand entrance. No dramatic slam of the doors. Just a man resurrected. Just me. Gasps filled the room. Carrera's wine glass slipped and shattered at her feet. Leela's hand drifted to her purse. Fingers inches from the pistol I knew she always carried. I didn't flinch. I simply raised my phone. A live stream was already in motion. Every shareholder, client, journalist, and federal agent watching. Behind me, a projector lit up with everything I had gathered. Internal emails, wire transfers, video footage, forged documents, offshore accounts. The entire web of betrayal. Insurance fraud. Corporate embezzlement, premeditated murder. They didn't speak. They didn't need to. Their faces crumbled under the weight of truth. I died, I said, quiet enough to silence the crowd, but not before I signed over every share of this company to a trust with one purpose: suing for corporate fraud. The crowd turned electric. Gasps rippled. Someone shouted. And Leela lunged, too late. My men, once on their payroll, now back under my command, took her down in seconds. Carrera didn't scream, didn't fight. She didn't even deny it. She just looked at me, her pulse fluttering beneath silk like a caged bird's wings. I saw it in her eyes. Not fear, not remorse. Resentment. She hated that I'd survived, hated that I'd won. They left the funeral in cuffs. Fraud, theft, attempted murder. Headlines followed. Courtrooms, cell doors. And as for the $9 million, I already had it. I'd intercepted the transfer days before it cleared. The account was mine, signed, sealed, and untraceably secured. People ask me, even now, did I love her? I loved who I thought she was. I loved the dreams we built, the laughter we faked, the illusion we polished until it sparkled. But when someone shows you they'd push you from a helicopter for cash, love isn't what follows. Calculation is. I didn't destroy them. They did that themselves. All I did was reveal them, give them the audience they deserved. And me, I walked away with everything except illusion. The fall didn't break me. It woke me. They thought I would disappear into the ocean. But some men don't fall. They rise.